Hi everyone, it's Teresa. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sitting on my bedroom floor with all of my foundations because I am going to go through and kind of declutter a little bit and just show you the foundations that are in my collection. So without further ado, see my little tub here. I have actually, just for the sake of the camera, I've got a collection of, bottled foundations, or I don't know if that's what you call them, but as opposed to my little basket here of powder foundation. So we're going to go through each of those. Okay. And I'm going to come to terms with stuff I don't like, and I'm going to get rid of it because I'm not going to hold on to stuff, okay? And one honorable mention that I can't seem to find anywhere, and I swear I did not get rid of it yet, is my Tarte, it's the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation, and I guess I used it all up. I did really, really like it. But I don't know, just for the price, I don't know if I liked it any more than some of the others, and the main one being this. This is like my favorite drugstore foundation, I think. It's right up there. Rimmel Stay Matte. And this has, the reason this reminds me, or actually the Tarte foundation reminds me of this one, is the consistency. This is that mousse-like consistency. It's a soft mousse. I find this to be full coverage, or can easily be full coverage. But as you know, or if you haven't yet, you know now, I have very oily skin. And this actually does a really good job of keeping the oil away, and it's such a nice finish, and it's such a good price. I don't really even know what it costs, probably $5 or something like that. But I'm telling you, Rimmel, I think Rimmel has my favorite powder, or one of my favorite powders, my favorite foundation, and my favorite lipstick. So cheers for Rimmel. Okay, so this is definitely a keeper, and I wear the shade 200 Soft Beige. Okay, so definite keeper. Next up is the Believ Beauty foundation, Skin Finish Foundation, medium to full coverage. You find this at Dollar General, and it is $5. People raved about it, so I of course had to go find out what the hype was about, and I bought it myself. It's a pump, which is nice, and it's a glass bottle, so the packaging is really nice, and it's $5. I did like it. I haven't used it recently because when I bought it, it was more like my skin was definitely, I had more sun. And so the shade I have is neutral tan, and it's probably too dark for me right now. So I won't be wearing it anytime soon, but because it's winter time now. But this was really nice. Do I like it better than others? No, but I am going to keep it because it was nice and it's cheap. So that's a win for me. Okay. Next up is one of my newer purchases, and again, I've heard good things about this. This is the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation, and this one says it's for all skin types, and this has one of these type of applicators, like the doe foot thing. All right, so my shade is, or the shade I purchased is LN3. I don't really know what that means, but that's my shade, and this one I am wearing. Am I wearing it today? I think I'm wearing, it's pretty bad. I think I'm wearing this today. It's nice. Again, it's not as mattifying as some others, and so I definitely need pressed powder on top of it, but it is really nice. And again, I got it on sale when it was on sale, I think at CVS. So I'd heard great things about it, and I like it. And I am a fan of this kind of applicator. I do kind of like it because you can dot on and then brush or beauty blender versus, I a lot of times put it on my hand and dip, and I feel like there's so much on my hand. So I like this applicator. I do. And it's a glass bottle, nice packaging. So that's the Physicians Formula the Healthy Foundation. So that is a keeper. And that is definitely more a winter color for me because, again, I just don't have as much sun right now. It's actually raining and really dreary here right now. So this is a good day to declutter stuff. Okay, next up is one I'm not as much a fan of. This is Almay's Smart Shade CC Cream. I got this, I believe, at, I want to say TJ Maxx or Ross. This is the shade medium. This didn't do it for me. I felt like it wore off, and the thing about it is that I got so oily so fast, and it hardly did anything, so it wasn't worth it. So this is actually one I'm going to, I'm really bad at getting rid of stuff. I'm like such a hoarder. Because it bugs me because I paid money for it. I feel like I should try to use it. But the reality is I'm not going to reach for this because I like too many other things better. So this is one, just not for me. It's not for my oily skin. And can I say, it does matter what powders you use. And I will probably do a whole separate, all my powders in my collection, come to terms with. But like today, I'm wearing the Laura Mercier setting powder. And I know this is not a popular opinion, but I have blotted my face probably 2 or 3 times already. It just does not control the oil. And I know that some of you are probably like, well, that's not what it was intended for. And you'd probably be right, but there was such great hype and everybody says how great it is. And I realize now that I spent the money on it and I have it. I mean, it's beautiful powder. It's a nice finish, but I get shiny, and I know a lot of people use it for under their eyes, and I try not to set my under eyes because I just think it accentuates fine lines and stuff. So I should have just taken a deep breath and not purchased it, because there's other powders that are from the drugstore that I like so much better. But I digress. This is foundation we're talking about. So anyway, not as much a fan of this, and I'm probably going to get rid of it in the shade medium. Okay, next up is one I bought from Big Lots, and this is Bliss All Day Wear Liquid Foundation in Staycation, or not in Staycation, that's the name of the foundation. I got the color Buff. Again, I bought this over the summer, and I tried it the other day, but it's too dark for me right now. So, it is just a pour out in the bottle, which I'm not a big fan of that anymore now that I see types like with the doe foot or the pump. But, you know, it was cheap. It was relatively inexpensive. It was like probably less than $5. But again, this shade's a little bit too dark for me. And I'll be honest, I don't think I've worn it enough to have a good opinion about it. So I'm going to keep it for that reason, just to give it another try. But I got this Bliss at Big Lots. And my shade is Buff. So I'm going to hang on to it for now. Okay, next is another newer product. This is a Rimmel foundation. This is the Lasting Finish 25-Hour Breathable. I actually wore this in a video the other day that I did because I love Rimmel so much, or I love this so much. I thought I'd give this one a try. I think I got it on sale. It's one of these, just like the Physicians Formula, which that part I like. And this is more of a shade that I'll use now that I have less sun on my skin. It's number 203 in True Beige. If I'm being perfectly honest, I like it, but I like this better. But this is going to be one of these where I don't not like it enough. I just said I liked it. I do like it. I just don't like it as much as this. But I'm going to keep it. I'm not going to throw it away because I will use it. I definitely will use it, especially with the right powder and everything on it. I think it's okay. But man, I love it. So anyway, this is still a keeper for me. All right. Next up, I have a NYX HD Studio Photogenic foundation, and this is soft beige in 102. This one, obviously, it looks more like something that would be a primer or something, so you squeeze it out. It's a little bit, it's not like the mousse, and it's more like a liquid. You know, I'm leaning towards not for me on this, but again, I think I compare it to stuff I like so much, and I have to tell myself, if you don't like it well enough and you're not going to use it, you should get rid of it. My thing is, it feels so wasteful to me, and I wish there was somebody I could give it to. I mean, I don't know who wants partially used makeup. Like, who wants that? I don't, maybe there's somebody that does, but I mean, this is just okay. I think I've only used it once or twice because it didn't like wow me. So I might hang on to it, give it one more try, see what I think, because I formed an opinion pretty quick on this. So I should probably give this one more try, form an opinion. If I don't like it, it's going to go in the moving on section. Okay. All right. So far I'm keeping way more than I'm getting rid of. Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. Love this stuff. This is probably my runner-up in the drugstore foundation right now. that said, I know there's drugstore foundations I don't own. I don't need to go buy any more right now. That seems wasteful. I don't have a L'Oreal foundation. I don't have a, I mean, there's a lot I don't have. Revlon, I know those a lot of those get rave reviews, and I haven't tried them. And I don't even have a, like, CoverGirl or even a, do I have a Maybelline? Oh, oh my God, I'm holding Maybelline. Oh, that was not my best moment. Okay. So I don't have like Wet n Wild. I don't have a lot, but that's okay. Because I have enough to get by, and I'm trying to use the stuff I have. I'm really trying to use up, but I'm trying to get rid of stuff that I know I'm not going to use. This stuff I do really, really like. My shade is, I bounce around between shades. I have the 122, which is creamy beige. Love this stuff. So this is a good runner-up drugstore foundation for me with this. So I feel like I have way oilier skin than a lot of people that I hear do reviews. So if you're oily like me, these are really good go-to foundations. I do have their stick version of these. I guess I didn't bring them out because I leave those in my travel bag because it's not a liquid, and so therefore I feel like it's easier. It's just easier to travel with. And I have a couple of different of those, and I like those okay, but I think I like this version of it better. So that's the Maybelline Fit Me. I do have Elizabeth Arden Flawless Finish. This one, it doesn't look like it's that dark, but I think it's a little too dark for me right now. It does have a pump, which is nice. I got this at TJ Maxx because they always have this brand, and I thought I'd try it. But look, when I put it on my hand, I don't know if that's reflected in the camera. It's a little too dark for me right now. So I'm going to have to hold off on wearing it and giving it a true assessment. I think I tried it once, but I need to try it again. I did get this along with the powder. They're like finishing powder at TJ Maxx again because it was a relatively good deal. And this shade is Warm Sun Beige 06. So I'll give it a go this spring and summer when I got a little more sun on my skin. Okay, and last, certainly not least, my one high-end foundation at the moment. Like, I consider Tarte high-end, but I must have used it up because I liked it, as I mentioned. This is Estee Lauder, obviously, Double Wear. Love this stuff. My shade is, I mean, this is a little bit worn out. This is Dusk is the shade. It's a good match for me. I got this in the winter. So, so that's already saying it's a year old. I hope it's okay. I try to save this for special occasions. I know that's silly, but I do like it. It wears well. It photographs so nicely. I think that's the one distinguishing feature about this is that, like, I know I wore this when I was traveling once, and I'd like put it on early, and it was a really long day, and I just noticed there's a picture of me and my kids later that night. I was so tired, but my skin and everything looked really good, and I was like, wow, this stuff does last. It does what it says. It photographs well, but it's expensive. It's $42. So I can't tell you honestly that I like it much better than this. So I have this. I like it. This is the first bottle of this I've ever owned, believe it or not. Because again, I'm a drugstore kind of girl. But I just wanted to see what the hype was. It is super nice. It's very nice. But, you know, I use it so sparingly because it's so expensive. That's what my problem is. I get these things and I don't want to use them. So that seems silly and pointless. Like, I should just get the cheap stuff I like. So yeah, I do like it. But again, I don't know. And there's other things I like just as well. I don't know that I can do it. But I still have some here. Okay, moving on to my, so if you're keeping score here, I'm keeping everything for now except this. This one is definitely on the fence, so we'll see about this. And then the others that are darker shades, we'll save for when I've got a little more sun. Okay, moving on to powder foundations. I picked up this one from Kat Von D at either TJ Maxx or Ross. It is their Lock-It Powder Foundation. The shade is medium. So there it is. You know, I saw Pampered Wolf. I almost said Pampered Chef again. Pampered Wolf do a review on this, and she really liked it. And I'm like, oh, I'm gonna give it another try. I don't know. I'm not as big of a fan. I think again it comes to the shine factor. I just don't think it did it for me. And again, I'm glad I didn't pay what this probably cost at other places, but one of these, I think I'm going to pass on this. It just didn't do it for me, especially compared to other powder foundations, okay? So I think this is going to be a no for me, and it just makes me mad because, I mean, again, I don't think I spent an arm and a leg on it, but I don't see me using this that often. So, especially compared to the other powder foundations that I like. So, I do have Mineral Fusion. I have 2 of these, 2 different shades. The other one's in my travel or somewhere. It's the darker shade, but this is Warm 2. And you can see how much I've used this. You get this at like Whole Foods, Sprouts, any of those places that sell more natural. But I mean, I don't know, Ulta may have this too for all I know. But anyway, I got this when I went through my big all natural phase stuff and I was looking for something. This was really nice. I really like this. I was just reminding myself because I wore it the other day. Really, really nice. It's just that it is kind of pricey. So, but if you're looking for a mineral powder, it does a pretty good job at like shine control and stuff too, and just coverage. Very, very nice. So this is definitely a keeper for me. And I have the Warm 2 and the Warm 3. The Warm 3 is a little bit deeper for when I do have some more sun, but this, love it. And you know, it's a compact. I can just throw it and take it with me anywhere. That's the nice thing about the powder. So for that, I like it. But for me, the go-to powder foundation is Bare Minerals. I love Bare Minerals. I know there's probably camps of people that aren't sure, they don't like it. I know somebody said once for powder foundation, you shouldn't use it if you have like large pores or it accentuates pores or all that. I love this stuff. I love it. I did a whole tutorial on like the foundation piece. And for me, I have different shades. I have like, look, I have my whole little basket of Bare Mineral products. And I will say I like the foundation and the concealers better than I have the original Mineral Veil currently because I'm too cheap to buy, and that's what they had at TJ Maxx. If they had the mattifying one, I would prefer that because for my skin, this just doesn't do as well covering the oil. But I don't know. You can build it up with your powder. If you're patient, you build it up. It looks nice. I put setting spray on it, tap it in, and it just looks like any other foundation, and I just really like it. And I think my skin likes it. And the shade that I can wear almost year round is medium. I do have a little bit darker one. I forget what it's called for when I have more sun. And then I accidentally bought, oh, it's medium beige. I have that for when I'm a little bit deeper. And then I mistakenly bought one called medium tan. Where is it? I should probably get rid of it. Here it is. Not that you can tell anything from this, but it's way too dark for me. I should probably give it to somebody. I've tried it a couple times, so it's been opened. But I have their concealers. I love their concealers. But I really like the powder foundation. I think the finish is nice. It lasts. It feels good. The trick for me with Bare Minerals is, and I don't know if I said this when I put it on the other video, but if you're somebody that messes with your makeup, blots a lot, which I'm one of those, I think it's your best if you leave it alone. And I have to tell myself that, like, don't touch up with anything and just blot it, like blot if you need to soak up excess oil at some point during the day. But for the most part, I try to leave it alone, and I think that's when it looks the best. So yeah, I love my Bare Minerals, and I always look for it at TJ Maxx when I'm there to see if I can get the right shades, because I can get it so much cheaper. I can get it for like $6.99 versus, I don't even know what the regular price is. I can't remember, but I love it, the Bare Minerals foundation. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and thank you for helping me sort through my foundations. Again, I don't have some massive collection, but I feel for just me, it's more than enough, and I need to part ways with a couple things if I don't like them, and I need to learn that. If I don't like it, it's okay to move on. So anyway, thank you again for watching, and if you did enjoy this, please subscribe, like it, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day.